Hello, welcome back to Apocalypse Athlete. Today, we are starting yet another series. I know, there's like 20 of them already. But when it comes to this type of stuff, there's a lot to go over. Let's get started. Bugging in, bugging out. What do those terms even mean? Should definitely go over the definitions before we go over anything else. So first, let's go over the most common one, bugging out. A lot of preppers talk about bugging out. Bugging out is when all else fails. You got a pack, and you have only the essentials in there to last you as long as possible, with being able to move quickly and far. It's more of a plan B or a plan C or even further down the alphabet. A lot of people fantasize the idea of bugging out when they don't take into account real life things that can get in the way of that. A lot of us have families that don't prep or that can't, or at least not as well as us, like kids, spouses, or people that are sick or disabled. We need to take into account these things. Bugging out should be your last option. It should not be your first. Otherwise, you aren't prepping correctly. So that brings us to bugging in. One of my favorite things to fantasize about. One of them. Bugging in. Definition. My definition. So before bugging out, before all else fails, when shit hits the fan, you make your home base your fortress. Go up on all your defenses and everything. Have a routine set in place. Have months or years, if you can, of supplies in place, ready to go at a moment's notice when needed. This to me seems more realistic if shit ever does hit the fan, because I myself have a family. I have kids, many kids. I have a spouse. I have people that I care about that can't bug out like I can. Do I still have a kit ready for bugging out? Yes, I definitely do. I have one for myself, my kids, and my spouse. And some other friends and family. Not all of them understand what I do. But you do. So remember, in a perfect world, bugging out is your plan B. Bugging in is plan A. Plan A fails, go to plan B. But remember, if you have family too, your plan B is going to look different. It's going to be a lot harder. So plan accordingly. So why bugging in? I went over quite a few reasons before, but let's really get down into it. You've worked your entire life to build what you have. It is your home. You put so much time and so much effort into building something. You are used to it. This is your known. This is your pretty much everything if shit hits the fan. It's where your family is. It's where everything you know is. Why not try to defend it? Who knows, if shit hits the fan, maybe it won't last more than a few weeks, a few months. If it only lasts a year, are you willing to give up everything that you've worked for? Like, just for that? I mean, if a nuke hits your house, probably don't want to be there. But if it's just a natural disaster or something like that, or even if it's not, are you willing to risk going somewhere that you don't know that well, that you can't defend? Going somewhere else to just basically bug in there seems kind of retarded. Why bug out when you can just bug in? Dig deep, burrow into your home, make it your nice little area. When you bug out, you're just surviving. But when you're bugging in, I feel like there's more opportunity to kind of live rather than just survive. I mean, that's kind of the dream. We're all fighting to live, not just survive. That's the American dream. But with that, there's a lot of work. Defending one big ass home compared to just your body. It's a lot of work. But in a sense, it's probably a lot easier than being alone in the woods or some shit. Or being alone in a city when there's more of a possibility of being attacked by someone. If you have family, bugging out is going to be extremely fucking hard. I have a lot of kids. It would not be easy for me to bug out. I have scenarios, plans in place in case I have to, and I'm not going to say that it would work. And I hate thinking about that. I hate thinking like that. But we have to think like this to really get plans in place. One of my kids takes medications. Not one that I could stock up on. So I would have to figure something out with that. Bugging in is one of my best options. For a lot of people, it would be a good option. Probably their best. Just like bugging out, when you bug in, and when you're planning for bugging in and prepping, you want to have plans for different scenarios. You're not always going to be home. I'm rarely home. And if I am home, I'm always working on something to get ready to go somewhere else, most likely, most of the time. A lot of us are really busy. We can't afford to be slowing down. So, have different scenarios planned for. Have routines planned for. Have kits in place for when you aren't home, when you're at work, when you're at the hospital, when you are at different families' houses and stuff like that. Have plans in place. Communicate those plans with your family as well. If you have to write down notes, leave them in vehicles, purses, wallets, do it. You'll only look silly until it saves your life. For me, I have first aid kits, mini bug out bags in my car, work truck. I have them at different family members' houses in order to get back to my bug in location, which is my home with my family. And some of us might even have to go even further than that. Some of us are divorced dads. You have to plan accordingly. You have to plan out different scenarios. The divorced dad thing will be another video. So, in my fantasies about bugging in my planning, I plan for 3 to 6 months. So, what that means, it's not just 3 to 6 months of food for me. It's 3 to 6 months of food for me and 9 other people. Why 9? Because I think, well, in total, 9 plus me, 10. I think planning for 10 people is a decent number because I already have a big-ass family, just under one household, plus a few extra in case people are there already. Good to have that in place. I don't think it's ever bad to be, I don't believe you can be over-prepared. But that's not just food either. Can your home run on what it has for 3 to 6 months? So maintenance, filters, random little supplies, cleaning supplies and stuff like that, disinfectants, whatnot. If you have to use paper plates and stuff like that, like stock up on that. Toilet paper. All my COVID homies know about the TP ass wiping shortages of the 20s. Prepare more than just food and ammo. Prepare for maintaining a home for 3 to 6 months. So, if you're close to winter, have fuel in place for heating or wood stocked up on for burning. I like to have a wood stove in place on top of having a oil burning furnace. Always good to have backups in place of backups. If you can, do you have a generator? Do you have fuel for that? Maybe try solar panels, something that'll at least get you past the 6-month barrier. Because at that point, if you're going to make it past 6 months of shit hitting the fan, you might want to prepare something else, like longer term survival. Instead of 3 to 6 months, 3 to 6 years, but that'll be another video in itself too. Can you maintain what you're defending for 3 to 6 months, plan that. Electricity, heating, water, food, whatever it takes to survive for 3 to 6 months now, prepare to stock up on all of that. That also means skills. If shit hits the fans for 3 to 6 months, you won't be able to call anybody for help. So stock up on some skills too, at least for maintaining what you need, essentially, to live in your home, or bug in your home. So learn a few things to maintain and repair random shit for 3 to 6 months in your home. Never bad to get skills. Playing with your family. Play it out. Have it be fun too. Get the kids involved, have other families involved and stuff. Make it a little weekend thing or something. Once or twice a year. Kind of go over planning situation stuff over like a barbecue or something. Fuck it, make it fun. Doesn't have to be boring or fucking weird or anything. Get the whole family involved. Basically just like a large scale fire drill. Go over routes, planning scenarios and stuff. What you're going to do if so-and-so happens, or if someone goes somewhere and doesn't return. If we lose communications, cellular devices don't work, how do we respond to certain things that happen? What procedures will be put in place? Plan these things out. Plan common scenarios, then if you have to, if you live in certain areas, plan more intricate scenarios. I live mostly in the woods. I'm 5 minutes from a small town, but I'm surrounded by many, many, many acres of trees. I have 4 neighbors on this entire road. Plan accordingly though. Can you trust your neighbors? Can you plan with them? Get the family involved. It helps. For bugging in, you want to stock up on more shit than bugging out. With that, you need to audit what you have. See what you got. See how long it's actually going to last you. See how long it's lasting right now. You don't want to stock up on a bunch of stuff that lasts a month, because in every month, you got to keep buying that shit. If it only lasts a month, you're not going to want it for a 3 to 6 month plan. We prepare for this stuff, but we don't want it to happen. So with that, go through your shit. If it's about to expire, cycle it out. Put it into your actual, like, daily, weekly, monthly routine, especially if it's food. You don't want food you're stocking up to go bad. Eat it, then buy more. You gotta eat anyway, so why not eat the shit you already have in stock when it's about to go bad? That way you don't waste it. Hell, you can do that during one of your scenarios or something whenever you're training. Use your bug-in food for when you play out your little training scenarios and shit. Birds are fucking loud tonight. Work with what you got. Don't use it as an excuse. Don't let an excuse get your family in harm's way. Doing this stuff, planning all this stuff, training, you gotta think about a lot of bad things. It's really negative a lot of the time. You shouldn't let it take over your life. Kind of think of it as a hobby, not a career, unless you're trying to make it a career. But you aren't. So try to make it maybe just above, like hobby, have it like up here, like right around like with working out. Because working out shouldn't be a hobby, it should be like up here. Video games, prepping, and working out. Make it fun. Try to enjoy it with your family, especially when learning new skills and stuff. It can actually be useful, and kind of organizing your life and stuff like that can also help in other aspects. It doesn't have to be just towards prepping for the apocalypse or shit hitting the fan. Have it benefit other parts of your life now in case shit doesn't hit the fan. Otherwise, you will look like an idiot. Whatever you do in your life, have it help you. Have it benefit you. Otherwise, you aren't doing it right. There's been multiple times this year when I went out of work, but I have been stocked up on food. I've always had shit for my family and myself, always ready for when shit hits the fan. If work goes out, I get laid off, there's a storm, supplies are there and ready. So don't let it take over your life. Don't let it make you negative. Get ready to bug in.